Hello, all you movie maniacs. Welcome back to Filmy Hai Sala. Being a fan of horror genre, I try to watch as many horror movies as possible from around the globe. Yesterday, I came across a 2002 release Indonesian movie called Satan's Slave 2 Communion or Pegbadi Satan 2 as it is originally called. Pardon me if I pronounced it wrongly. It is apparently a sequel to Satan's Slave, which was released in the year 2017. But this movie has a new storyline. So, yes, this movie can still be watched if you haven't watched the prequel. As per my knowledge, it has not been officially dubbed in English language. So yes, this movie has to be watched in its original language, which is Indonesian, along with English subtitles. I already watched this movie's prequel, which was released in year 2017, and honestly, I didn't find that movie much appealing, in spite of it being a hit. But I still went ahead, and I must tell you, this movie will remain as one of my favorites in this genre for a long time to come. This movie is directed by Joko Anwar, who had delivered back to back hit movies like Gundala and Impetigore. If you haven't watched any of his previous works, I highly recommend you to go ahead and watch them. It's worth investing your time. Coming back to Satan's Slave 2, the story is set up in the year 1984 around a troubled family who lives in an old scary apartment building which is haunted by evil spirits and also zombies. This building was built after destroying an old cemetery. One day, the old lift of the building, which always malfunctions, develops another technical snag, and many people get injured and many die in this deadly accident. The people who died couldn't be cremated the same day as it was too late to perform the last rites of people who die in this accident. Then things take a deadly turn when, due to a severe storm and blackout caused by that storm, wreaks havoc on the remaining residents of the building with no help from the outside world. So, what can possibly go wrong with an old, disintegrated, haunted building filled with dead bodies, spirits, and water from a big storm with no electricity and zombies? The answer is everything. This movie is shot beautifully using wide angles and grey, gloomy colors, adding to the already haunting atmosphere. Most of the scenes are shot in dark but with ample lighting so that you can see what's going on clearly on the screen. This movie is technically superior in every department, make it makeup, prosthetics, or even sound design. The scares are not created using over the top screaming background score. The score is generally subtle but haunting. You know something is about to happen. There will be a jump scare, but it's more than what you will expect. It's genuinely scary. The background score adds to the tension in this movie. Like there is one particular scene where the lift accident takes place. It's shot in such a way by using slow ticking music and camera panning on all the residents of the building. It's a long shot. You will realize something bad is about to happen. When the actual accident takes place, it's like all hell breaks loose. The scares don't seem forced. It's like organically blended in this movie. However, slight caution from my side that even children gets killed in this movie. So chances are they might be afraid after watching this movie. The cast here, which is almost the same as its prequel, like Tara Basro, Edgy Fedley, plus some new additions, they have all done a decent job. This movie takes some time to build up, but the last 45 minutes or so is genuinely scary and fast paced. So go ahead, make some popcorn, turn down your lights, and watch this movie. It will surely entertain you. If you are a fan of good horror movies just like me, I assure you that you will have a great time. I will give this movie a solid 4 out of 5 stars. That's it for this video. I will catch you again with another movie review soon. Until then, take care and keep getting entertained.